living a storybook adventure beyond your wildest imagination. From the North Pole of Fantasyland comes a feature-length fable with the most enchanting characters in the whole wide world, headed by the white-whiskered fellow who's the granddaddy of them all. Now, a magic motion picture transports you to an over-the-rainbow land, past the doors of Santa's towering castle and the strange, mysterious, all-seeing eye, into a fantastic crystal laboratory filled with weird and wonderful secrets no one has ever seen before. You'll see them all, and you'll discover how Santa can watch every child on Earth and every good or bad thing they do. Now meet Merlin, the wizard of wizards, the miracle man of the ages.
Two for the show. Away we go.
Hurry, Mr. Merlin. This is no time to play horsies.
Come face to face with the devil himself, a mischievous demon determined to mess things up as much as he can.
It's yours. Nobody saw you take it, Lupita. They have more and they won't miss it. What does one little doll matter, don't you see?
Leave it to that devilish trickster to sidetrack Santa up a tree. Watch the jolly hijinks of Santa Claus as he decides to fight fire with fire.
Oh ho, a cannon.
Ouch! Oh! Oh!
You won't want to miss the entertainment wonder of the ages, the treat of a lifetime for anyone who has ever believed there really is a Santa Claus.
It's almost day, and Santa Claus hasn't come.
Sleep now, darling. Sleep now, and you will see. Maybe when you wake up, you'll find it, darling.
You'll see more wonders than you can wave a wand at as a dazzling panorama unfolds before your startled eyes.
Far up in the snowlands, no one knows where, there is a great house surrounded by evergreens and blanketed with falling snow. In this dream house all year long, there is hustle and bustle, scurrying feet, constant tap, tap, tap of workers' mallets, as Santa Claus and his helpers prepare for that great day, Christmas. This home symbolizes sacrifice, generosity, and unselfish effort for others. And here he is, dear old St. Nicholas, with 3 of his faithful helpers. Peppy, Zippo, and Click.
Here are letters from good little boys and girls all over the world. Now, there isn't very time left, so we must keep busy.
Yes, there is much to be done, for children everywhere believe wholeheartedly in this grand old man. This means constant toil and tinkering, so that thousands of presents will be ready to make Christmas Day the happiest in all the year. Meanwhile, the workshop of Santa Claus is buzzing with activity. Industriously and happily, they fill his many bags with toys and presents for all. And so, the day before Christmas arrives. His work done, Santa prepares to leave for his long ride through the sky.
Very much. Now then, you be good little boys while I'm away. Now, look, you know I've got a lot to do. But I'll be back before long. So, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Christmas Eve, and in every home throughout the land, they prepare for the coming of the jolly old man with a long white beard and presents for all.
Mother, we have one more wreath left. May I put it in the window?
Yes, dear, do.
All right.
Darling.
Oh, you got the wreath, Martha. That's fine.
That's a nice one.
Now say goodnight to Daddy, darling.
Oh, Mommy, can't we ask Mom to sing a Christmas carol before we go to bed? That's a nice
Why, yes,
one.
dear, I think so. What do you say, Daddy?
Why, I think that'd be fine. Wouldn't you like to sing "O Come All Ye Faithful," Martha?
Why, yes, Daddy.
That's fine. I'll play for you.
Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Amen.
That was lovely, Martha.
Thank you, Mother.
Now run along to bed, darlings, and we'll be up and tuck you in later.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Come on.
Over the housetops and through the snow, dancing and prancing his reindeer go, spreading the message, goodwill and good cheer, that the spirit of Christmas may last through the year. As sleepy-eyed children lie snug in their beds, old Santa is driving high over their heads. Over the housetops and through the snow, dancing and prancing his reindeer go. Here's a young hopeful who can't sleep at all. Compared to the others, her stocking's too small. So down to the mantel she tiptoes with fear that all will be spoiled if the others should hear.
Whoa, Prancer! Whoa, Dancer!
And while his reindeer stand patiently by, ready to dash ahead at his next command, Santa Claus prepares to take his big bag of toys down the chimney. Each gift a symbol of love, of friendship, of peace and happiness. It's a long way down, but the jolly old fellow is used to it. Here he is at last. But dreams are disturbed by visions of what is going on. His bag empty, St. Nick returns to his empty sleigh, back to the snowlands for another bag full of happiness for other good little boys and girls. And then the great day arrives. Like all other children, they don't know what to do first. With so many presents all around them, so many things to play with, so much to talk about.
And look, I got railroad trains and a scooter. Oh! And boy, all the kids will rave about it. Yeah, and they'll rave about this too. This is a nice one. The other kids have some, but this is nice. They never had this on before. I bet not.
Merry Christmas, darling. Oh, look what we have over here.
Oh, Michael, Merry Christmas, dear. Oh, how beautiful.
And I got flowers. Yeah, I got lots of flowers.
But Santa made a grave mistake. He left a railroad train for Jackie. He should have left it for Daddy. Because fathers and mothers never grow up. Not on Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to all! Merry Christmas to all!
With peace and goodwill to all men.
It's a great feeling for an actor to play a part he can be proud of, particularly when it helps to make the picture he's working on a better one. But it's a much finer feeling, no matter what our jobs, to play a part in making the world we live in a better one. And one of the things that you and I can do is to help in the fight against our country's #1 infectious killer, tuberculosis. To play a part in helping to stop TB, a disease that strikes another American every 6 minutes, is a worthwhile one. We do this when we buy and use Christmas seals. Our Christmas seals dollars are used for TB case finding, health education, rehabilitation, and vital medical research, so that we and our children can be safer from TB. You know, there's an old saying in the theater, everybody wants to get into the act. In the fight against TB, the bigger the cast, the better the show. Will you play a part? Fight tuberculosis with Christmas seals. Buy them and use them on every card, on every package. Answer your Christmas seals letter today to help your Tuberculosis Association help protect you and your family against TB. Thanks.
Poor little Dolly. I know what we'll do. We'll have a Christmas dream.
Hello? I'm still lots of fun, even though you have new Christmas toys. I can play the piano, too. Oh! How do you like my fancy playing? Oh, now I'm going to skate for you. Help! I'm all tangled I'm dizzy! Let's take a ride. It's all dark in this shoe. Come on! Goodbye, Mr. Giraffe.
Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
To all our wonderful customers, may this Christmas be your merriest. May this New Year be your happiest, is the sincere wish of this theater and these friendly business firms.
Now, Prancer and Vixen, on coming, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. Hi-ho! Ha-ha!
Go to sleep, kitty.
What time will Santa Claus be here, Mommy?
Well, Santa's a very busy man. It's hard to say what time he'll arrive. But he usually comes down the chimney exactly at midnight.
Can we wait up for him, Mommy, please?
I should say not. It's much beyond your bedtime. You'll have to wait until tomorrow morning to see what he'll bring for you. Now go to sleep.
Will he bring me my airplane and my skates and my scooter and my doll and my baby Fuzzy and our puppy and...
Well, you see, Santa isn't too well off this year, kitty. He'll bring something for you, but don't expect too much. I know my babies will understand. Now put out the light, dear. Good night, sweetheart.
Good night, Mommy.
Oh, what a beautiful tree.
I think it is, too.
But I want my new red coat with the fur collar and my doll's house and my tea set and I want my electric train and my machine gun and my fire truck and my puppy. Our puppy. I have an idea, Anne. Yes? If Santa is so poor this year, why don't we give him a present? Let's. He's always been so good to us. Let's, Dickie, please. Come on, let's go. Would he like this, Dickie? It's broken, silly. And what would Santa do with a broken doll? Now this truck... It's broken, too. And what would Santa do with a broken truck? I guess there isn't much to give him. I guess not, Dickie.
Oh, dear. Those children are up again.
Remember, it's Christmas Eve, Helen.
Oh.
Mother!
What are you children up to? Why, you're as cold as ice. You're going to catch your death of cold. Now, I want you youngsters to keep covered, and I'll get you a cup of hot chocolate to warm you up.
What can we give him, Dickie? What can we give him?
Sit up, fella. Here it is.
Thanks, Dad.
Careful now. Don't spill it.
Mom, you and Dad can go to sleep. We can drink our chocolate alone. Can't we, Anne? Yes, Mommy, we can drink it alone.
You'll spill it. And besides, you'll get yourselves all uncovered. No, we'll wait.
Oh, let them have their fun, Helen. They'll be careful. Won't you, kids?
Yes, Daddy, we'll be very careful.
All right. But I want you to go right to sleep just as soon as you finish your chocolate. And keep covered. Good night, baby.
Good night, Mommy. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, kids.
I have an idea, Anne. Yes? It's very cold out, isn't it? Yes, but why do you ask? Well, Santa comes from way up in the North Pole, doesn't he? Yes, but... Well, he's been traveling all night, and he must be very, very cold. Yes. Well, then, why don't we give him our chocolate? That'll warm him up. Let's, Dickie. Be careful, you'll spill it. Stay where you are. I'll help you.
awful good. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna find it.
Sweet, thoughtful kitties. If everyone everywhere would be as thoughtful, the world would be a better place in which to live. Best drink ever tasted. Best present I ever received. Well, now let's see what I can do with them. Let's see, what was it they wanted? Oh, yes. What a list. Well, I'll give them everything they asked for. What's this? Ha! They both want a puppy. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Well, I better trim this tree and get on the way.
Dickie, get up! It's Christmas! Yippee! Whoa! Come on! Let's see what Santa brought! Yeah! Mother, Daddy, play with that boy! Dolly! Everything we asked for. Almost. Everything. Almost. What does it say, Dickie? A Merry Christmas to the most thoughtful little boy and girl I know. From Santa. Oh, he's cute. He's wonderful. A puppy! A puppy! Merry Christmas, Mommy! Merry Christmas, Daddy! A Merry Christmas, everyone, everywhere!
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the hills the reindeer were playing, enjoying the spills of skating and coasting and climbing the willows and hopscotch and leapfrog, protected pillows.
Look, fellas, it's Rudolph. His nose is a sight. It's red as a beet. Twice as big and twice as bright. Looky, looky, I'm Rudolph.
Poor Rudolph. Where most reindeers' noses are brownish and tiny, Rudolph's was red, very large, and quite shiny.
Rudolph! Go on home, Red Nose. Your mama's calling you. Come, come, Rudolph. Tonight you hang up your stocking. His nose is a sight. It's red as a beet, twice as big and twice as bright.
While way, way up north on this dark, foggy night, awaiting the time for his Christmas Eve flight, good old Santa.
This fog will be hard to get through. Quick, get hitched in a hurry. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen. To keep our direction, we'll have to fly low. Come down here, quick! Hi-ho! Pretty close. Hi-ho!
The air was still foggy, the night dark and drear when Santa arrived at the home of the deer. But all this took time and filled Santa with gloom, while slowly he groped toward the next reindeer's room. The lamp wasn't burning. The glow came instead from Rudolph's red nose at the head of the bed. And then came the greatest idea in all history. So Rudolph is told of the dark and delay, the fog.
I need you tonight to lead all my deer on the rest of our flight.
Dear Mommy and Daddy, I have gone to help Santa. Don't worry. Rudolph, that's me.
Hurry, Rudolph. It's very dark here.
With Rudolph's red nose as a wonderful light, old Santa flew quickly the rest of the night. So fast that before it was day, the very last present was given away.
Hear ye, a message from Rudolph.
Yes, they'd found Rudolph's message. It's all over town.
Hear ye, Rudolph at the stadium. Come on, come on.
The bad deer who used to do nothing but tease him Well, now they'd do anything only to please him.
Rudolph, my boy, they'll envy you now, far and near. For no greater honor can come to a deer than riding with Santa and guiding my sleigh. The #1 job on the #1 day. I hope you'll continue to keep us from grief. I hereby appoint you Commander-in-Chief.
And Rudolph just blushed from his head to his toes until his whole fur was as red as his nose.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
What a world of wonders for those forever young in heart. And that means you and you and you. Starring Art Linkletter in the prologue and the voices of Sandra Dee, Tommy Kirk, Patty McCormick, and so many more of your favorites. The Snow Queen, a full-length animated feature. A treasure of music, color, fabulous new songs, and sheer excitement as only Hans Christian Andersen could write it.
Here comes the Snow Queen, her majesty in white. Queen of the winter, but the kiss of spring will come one day and melt her heart of ice away.
Was the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now, Dasher, now, Dancer, now, Prancer and Vixen. On, Comet, on, Cupid, on, Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the tops of the wall. Now, dash away, dash away, dash away all.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly When they meet an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too.
Whoa! Whoa!
And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight,
Happy Christmas to all! And to all, a good night.
Yes, children, but Santa won't be here until you and Ann are sleeping.
Good night, Ann. Good night, good night, Mommy and Daddy. Mommy, say good night to Daddy for me.
All right, I'll tell him good night for both of you.
Mommy, can I have a drink of water?
You've had a drink already. Now, children, it's time to go to sleep.
Oh, Dick, I wonder if Santa ever got our letter.
Yes, Anne. Far up at the North Pole, Santa is reading your letter now.
Why not? Boys and girls all over the world wonder how Santa lives. I think I'll send for them in my magic helicopter. Oh, Toby, come here.
What do you want, Santa?
Toby, take my magic helicopter and bring the 2 children here to visit me. Mind you, you must hurry, for my time is short before I make the long Christmas Eve trip.
Your words are my command, Santa. Wake up! Wake up! Santa sent me here to take you to the North Pole. Hurry up and get dressed, and we will fly to Santa.
It's just a short hop in the magic helicopter. There it is. Santa's castle at the North Pole. Hold tight, kids. We're coming in for a snowy landing. Before you know it, Dick and Ann are hurried to the castle entrance and see the busy elves hurrying to and fro.
Santa, the others and Ann and Dick.
Welcome to Santa Land. I'm very glad you came to see me. Here, wait a minute. Sit on my lap and let me tell you about Santa what you might not know.
The children are amazed. Here they are, sitting on Santa's lap and listening intently as Santa explains that every year, just before Thanksgiving, he starts the merry Yuletide by visiting towns and cities all over the world. Always ready to please little children, he makes his jolly trip in many different ways. He arrives on riverboats and finds many new friends all along the way. Wherever he goes, he always has loads of fun. Oh yes, in many towns, the marching bands turn out and step lively to the Merry Christmas tunes. The little elves parade too. Now isn't that nice? They even have a big mailbox to help Santa collect his letters from the boys and girls. See that chimney? I'll let you in on a little secret. Santa almost didn't fit in it, and Mrs. Santa Claus has informed him that he must stop eating so much. With all the big new shopping centers opening everywhere, Santa has to use his new rocket to get around, but he still uses his reindeer on Christmas Eve. They can get him just anywhere, and he's so proud of them too. Since Dick and Ann are visiting him, no trip to Santaland would be complete without a tour of the village toy shop. The good little elves have a miniature town, and in every window have little toy people jumping around. Here they make the tinsel and the Christmas tree ornaments. In this little store, they make the ribbon, turn out the wreaths, and make your home so bright and cheery, and fills the air with Christmas spirit. Here the little girls. Dolls are dressed with fine and fancy stitch. And oh yes, baby brother is quite a helper too. Every doll must have a head and also have a body. These busy elves on spinning lays turn out the long, thin bodies, while others paint their saucy faces and put them all together. Hard-working elves, and Santa too, like pies and cakes and cookies. This little store delights in making all those yum-yum goodies. A tour of Santa's Happy Land would not be quite complete without a visit to his big toy warehouse, not far from the street. There's gifts and toys for everyone. It's really a big treat. There's bears and dogs and cats galore. There's lions, tigers too. They won't bite and they don't fight, 'cause they're just made for you. Those busy elves are everywhere, and Santa needs them too. You wind them up, you turn them on, those funny little toys. The monkey drums and drums and drums, and he never does get tired. Our old Mother Bear, she scrubs and rubs. While Junior telephones, he'd rather talk the whole day through than do a lick of work. For little girls, a doll is fun to wash, to dress, and spank. And Santa has a big supply of every kind and type. How Ann enjoy these pretty dolls, and Dick shows no delight. A kitchen full of household toys will keep the youngster busy. She'll cook and scrub the whole day long, then serve a TV dinner.
Okay, Wizard, this is ready to be packed.
All children like to make some noise, and Santa says it's music. A toy piano or a drum will give them hours of fun. The older children like to build, and here's a boat to prove it.
Time's up, children. How about riding the rocket ship to my toy town train?
For Dick and Ann, their visit's almost over, but Santa saved his pride and joy till last. We'll take his rocket to the Super Toy Town trains. All aboard! Whoosh! And here we are. Now, wasn't that fun? It's just a few steps from the rocket to a breathtaking view of Santa's wonderful trains. I wonder if Ann will be as excited as Dick. There's trains of all kinds, coming and going, starting and stopping, logging trains, freight trains, streamliners, old-time choo-choos. I'll bet Daddy would enjoy this too. Look at that village. There must be a whole town of toy houses. Look out, children. Don't let that train run over you.
For a delightful Christmas holiday treat, Santa's Christmas Circus in glorious, exciting, living color, starring Santa Claus and Whizzo the Clown. Ride the fantastic magic carpet to the North Pole. A delightful, wonderful, fun-filled trip. A sparkling, delightful, exciting fantasy. Full of fun, laughter, and happiness for all kiddies on the go. It's a circus of fun, laughter, and merriment in Santa Claus Land. A full-length feature attraction, packed with happiness and excitement for all who love the spirit of Christmas. See the wonders of Christmas through the magic of Santa's time machine. A dancing doll, a Christmas tree that grows. We're yelling, we're foretelling the most excelling and enchanting, exciting kiddie treat ever presented during the Christmas season. See the delightful, amazing little snow people in action. Kissing reindeer, Santa's toys in action, and many more delightful, exciting scenes from the land of the little snow people. All a part of Santa's Christmas Circus, coming to this theater and starring Santa Claus and Whizzo the Clown. Make plans now to see Santa's Christmas Circus.
calls me Snoopy because I'm Snoop. I work for Santa Claus. I used to make toys like all the other little brownies, but that was when I was much younger. Now Santa has a special job for me. Did you ever hear the door close? And you look around, and there isn't anybody there, and the shutter goes bang, 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 and there isn't any wind, and the floor creaks, and you sit up in bed and you say, is that you, Daddy? Well, it isn't your daddy. Nor your mommy, neither. It's me. I'm the little brownie that goes around to all the children's houses to see if they've been good little boys and girls. Yes, sir. I know all about you little boys and girls. I know the ones that ate their breakfast and those who put away their toys. Which brings me to the reason why Santa sent me here to talk to you. From what I see, and from what we hear way up in Toyland, a lot of the toys that Santa and his brownies have worked so hard to make get broken and lost and left out in the rain. You see, I have another job, too. All of the toys that are broken and forgotten, Santa has me pick up in a big basket and take to the land of lost and forgotten toys. Well, none of the toys want to go there, as you can surely imagine. So, Santa thought that if I came here and told you how the Fairy Snow Queen first gave toys life, that then you would appreciate them more and take better care of them. Toys first learned to talk a long time ago in Toyland. It happened on Christmas Eve. Once upon a time, Santa and his brownies had just finished making all the toys for Christmas, and Santa was getting ready to take them to all the good little boys and girls. Well, sir, every Christmas Eve, Santa has a cup of tea with an old friend, because a cup of tea gives Santa just the right send-off for his long, fast journey. Now, on this certain Christmas Eve that I am telling you about, Santa had asked the Fairy Snow Queen.
Oh, dear Fairy Snow Queen.
Said Santa.
Won't you come have a sugar cookie and a cup of hot tea with me?
A cup of hot tea, cried the Fairy Snow Queen in horror. Mercy, no. I would melt away.
Oh, I see.
But I will come and have a sugar cookie with you. It's much nicer than tea.
And that's exactly what she did. But Santa had been working so hard with his brownies to get all the toys ready for Christmas that he forgot all about the sugar cookie. And before the Fairy Snow Queen came, Santa fell asleep with all his toys at his feet. Now, old Santa had only been asleep for 1 minute when the door opened, and there was the Fairy Snow Queen, dancing in the snow. She was the most beautiful fairy of all. But I'll tell you a little secret. She loves to play jokes.
My sugar cookie with you, Santa. Santa? Santa Claus!
Merry Christmas.
Why, I bet that old sugar cookie isn't even up there. That's a fine thing for him to do. Besides, this night has been fun. Oh, well. Oh, dear. Oh. fairy snow cream, and I ought not to be treated like this. I should teach Santa a lesson. Something like a good joke. Oh, wonderful! Besides, it will give me something to do. And there's certainly no harm in a tiny little joke. Let's see what I could do. Oh, what a funny-looking little doll. I wonder how it would be if, of course, I grant all these toys life. Oh, this will be a wonderful joke. And besides, it might be fun.
Well, well. What's going on here?
Look at us! Look at us!
I can eat candy.
I can sing.
I can dance.
I can walk. I can walk too, Santa.
I can march. Look at us! Look at us! Look at us!
Hello, Santa. You were asleep when I came for my sugar cookies, so I thought I would play a joke on you and grant all the toys life. Aren't they wonderful?
Oh, they certainly are.
Listen, someone's humming. Why, it's a musical doll. Oh, sing for us.
Singing, I'm singing. Look at me, Santa. I can sing too.
Look at him, Santa. He can
Singing music fills me with joy and happiness.
fills the sky. She's stuck.
Oh, that was fine, musical doll. Now, Fairy Snow Queen, you'd better change the toys back so I can put them in my sack.
Oh, not yet, Santa. Let me show you how I can march.
Oh, yes, let him.
My.
Just like a real soldier, aren't I, Santa?
Yes, I've never seen better. Now, Fairy Snow Queen.
Watch me! Watch me! Watch me!
Quickly, Fairy Snow Queen. Change him back or he will break himself sure.
Oh, don't worry, Santa.
Look out! Look out!
Look out!
Jack, you stay in your box.
Can't stop! Can't stop! Can't stop!
change them back, Fairy Snow Queen, before something terrible happens to them. They may get hurt or fall in love.
All right, Santa. Oh, but they're having such fun. Well, you must promise me first that you won't fall asleep the next time he asks you to come and have a sugar cookie with you.
Yes, I promise you I will not fall asleep again. But please, change the toys back to toys before they break themselves.
All right, Santa. Now, toys, be as Santa made you. Toys! I said be as you were. No.
What's the matter, Fairy Snow Queen? Why do not the toys change? Look, they're still the same. Is this another one of your jokes?
A joke, a joke, a joke.
No, I'm not joking now, Santa. I don't know what the matter is. Everything seems connected.
But you must change them back. Oh, what is it? Why are you crying?
I've lost my magic power.
You mean you can't change them back?
No.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Way. But why, Fairy Snow Queen? Why?
Well, Santa, the Queen of the Fairies told me that if I didn't stop playing jokes, she would take away all of my magic power for 400 Christmases. I've played a joke on you, Santa, and now I've lost my magic. Oh, dear.
Oh, that's too bad, Fairy Snow Queen. But what shall I do? I have no toys to give the children for Christmas.
I know. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
We don't want to be just toys.
We don't want to.
We don't want to be just toys.
Just toys, just toys, just toys.
That's it. That's why my magic wouldn't work. You see, Santa, as a Fairy Snow Queen, my powers are limited. I can only change things that want to be changed. The toys wanted to be made alive, but they do not want to be turned back to toys again.
Oh, you should have thought of that before you changed them.
I know I should have, Santa. I'm very sorry, and I will never play jokes on anyone again.
But what shall I do? It's time that I started.
Maybe,
Santa, your sled and reindeer are ready.
well, maybe if I talk to them. Now, toys, you've all had a chance to see how it is to be alive. You've had your fun. Please let me change you back. Oh, please.
I want to sing all the time.
I want to march all the time.
We want to stay alive.
I want to eat candy and cookies. Sugar cookie, sugar cookie, sugar cookie.
But I promised the little children I would bring them toys. That's what you were made for, to bring happiness to little boys and girls. You aren't made for living. Would you have all the little children in the world crying on Christmas? Would you?
No.
Then let the Fairy Snow Queen change you back. It's not easy being alive. Why, you're so tiny. How will you get along with no little boy or girl to look after you? What will become of you? Toy soldier, you can only march now, but if you belong to some little boy, he would put you with a lot of other soldiers.
He would? Really?
Why, he might even send you to war.
A real war? Honest?
Sure, a little boy's war. And you dolls, why, you could go to tea parties and be well taken care of. But alone in the big world, you will all soon get lost and broken. Your arms and legs will fall off, and it will be very sad. I'll tell my brownies to unhitch the Christmas sled. There will not be any toys. Tomorrow, Christmas morning, which is usually the happiest day of the year, will now be known as the saddest. No toys. My.
Oh, Santa, may I make a suggestion?
Oh, of course.
Well, how would it be to let all the toys come to life for 1 hour every night at 12 o'clock? Then appoint one of your brownies to go around and ask the toys if the little girl or boy they belong to have been nice to them. It would be a wonderful way to check up on the little boys or girls. And besides, It might be fun.
Oh, why, that's a fine idea, Fairy Snow Queen. Would you agree to that, Toys?
A conference, a conference, a conference. Agreed, agreed, agreed.
Oh, and you, my little brownie, will hereafter be called Snoopy. That will be your job, to check up on the dolls and record their complaints.
Yes, sir, Santa, yes, sir.
And now, Fairy Snow Queen.
Now, Toys, please go back to the position you were in when I first granted you life.
What's that?
Listen, someone's crying.
It's the musical doll.
Oh, look, Santa, look. I've never seen a doll cry before.
Musical doll. Why are you crying?
I'm in love. Oh, dear.
I was afraid of this. With whom are you in love, musical doll?
With the toy soldier.
Imagine in love.
How does it feel?
Does it hurt? Is it nice?
Go away, all of you. I'm in love with the musical doll, too.
Fairy Snow Queen, what shall we do?
Well, the toys cannot be changed unless the musical doll and the toy soldier agree to be happy.
Oh, dear. I'll be late this Christmas, sure.
We agree to be changed, Santa. We wouldn't want to make all the little children unhappy. But before we do, one last hug.
Last hug, last hug, last hug. One last kiss, Santa. Last kiss, last kiss, last kiss.
You see, Toys, it's not easy being alive.
Yes, we see, Santa.
Are you both ready now?
One last thing, Santa.
Oh, hurry, Toy Soldier.
Let me give you my gold medal as a token of our love.
And hereafter, all musical dolls will wear gold pins in remembrance of the two toys who fell in love.
How nice. How sweet.
What fun.
And now, Fairy Snow Queen, I believe we're ready.
Now, may all the toys be as Santa made you, with the ability to come to life for 1 hour every night at 12 o'clock.
Oh, thank you, Fairy Snow Queen.
You're welcome, Santa. Now what shall I find to do? Good night, Santa. It was fun. Oh, well. Oh, dear. Oh,
Come on, Snoopy. There's no time to lose. Let's put the toys in the sack. This is Christmas Eve.
Yes, sir, Santa, yes, sir. And a good night to you, and a Merry Christmas, too.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear a story fantastic, a story so queer. It's all about Santa and his helpers 3. There's Hard Rock and Coco and Joe.
Now Hard Rock's the driver up there by his sleigh. Coco reads maps and he shows him the way. Though old Santa really has no need for Joe, but takes him 'cause he loves him so. Oh, the old lady, aye, Donner and Blitzen, away, away. Oh, the old lady, aye-ho.
I'm Hard Rock.
I'm Coco.
I'm Joe.
And Santa is busy with his heavy pack. He trusts his drivers and never looks back. Oh, the old lady, aye-ho.
I'm Hard Rock.
I'm Coco.
I'm Joe.
Now go to bed early on this Christmas Eve. I've no way of knowing just what you'll receive. But you'll hear their laughter, that much I do know. 'Twill be Hard Rock and Coco and Joe.
The 3 little men only singing to Santa way up in the sky, laughing and shouting as the sleigh bells ring. It's Hard Rock and Coco and Joe. Oh, the old lady, I hey, Donner and Blitzen, away, away. Oh, the old lady, I ho.
He's Hard Rock.
He's Coco.
He's Joe.
And Santa is busy with his heavy pack. He trusts his drivers and never looks back. Oh, the old lady, I ho.
He's Hard Rock.
He's Coco.
He's Joe.
Old Santa will come in and set down his pack, and Hard Rock all the reindeer till Santa comes back.
If you hear a giggle as he turns to go, it's Coco, a Snowball, and Joe.
Oh, the old lady, I hey.
Donner and Blitzen, away, away.
Oh, the old lady, I ho.
I'm Hard Rock.
I'm Coco.
I'm Joe.
And Santa is busy with his heavy pack. He trusts his drivers and never looks back.
Oh, the old lady, I ho.
I'm Hard Rock.
I'm Coco.
I'm Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning, Horace. Good morning to you, Annie.
Good morning.
Hurry up, Annie, hurry up. We've got to get cleaned up for Christmas. Hurry up. Meow, meow. My, what a beautiful Christmas tree.
Sweep, 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 sweep.
Oh, out of my way, bird. Gotta get cleaned up for Christmas. I can't wait for my Christmas stocking. There.
Horace, hang your stocking up. You're always the last one. Don't rush me. Don't push me. Santa Claus is not in the chimney.
What's the use? We animals don't have a Santa Claus.
Well, why don't we have a Santa Claus?
I don't know.
Santa Claus is only for children. There is no Santa for animals.
That's right, Annie.
Let's do something about it.
We must make a plan. We must send someone to see Santa Claus.
But who shall we send?
Kitty Cat, she's smart. Besides, she's beautiful, too. Oh, let me go with you, Kitty. Annie and Kitty, that's a good choice.
Well, we must hurry. It's
Get
getting
my
late.
muffler, hurry,
Hurry.
Goodbye, Horace dear. Goodbye, Annie.
Goodbye, Felix.
Goodbye, Kitty Cat.
Take care of yourself.
We'll be back soon. Don't get lost.
And don't catch cold. We'll be thinking of you and waiting for you at home. How big is Santa Claus anyway?
Oh, very big, enormous.
Oh, is our chimney big enough for him?
Well, why don't you look inside and see?
All right, I will.
Well, how is it?
Oh, it's kind of small way up on top.
What shall we do about it?
Well, I
Oh, Felix, look out, the chimney's falling down, Felix, the chimney's falling down, oh, Felix. Felix, my poor Felix. Speak to me, Felix, speak to me. Are you hurt, Felix?
Hurt? Of course not. Just out of breath from blowing the snow out of our chimney.
I'm so tired. My paws ache. My whiskers are freezing. Is it much further?
Courage, Kitty, courage. Be a brave cat.
Do you see anything, Annie?
Yes, yes.
Oh, my. I'm so tired. My good meow. Is it much further?
It's just past the iceberg. Felix, look at the time. It's getting late.
Oh, where are they? Where are they?
It's such a dark, cold night.
Hurry, Kitty, hurry! Here's Santa. I told you he was just around the corner. He's just filled up his big pack. Oh, hurry, Kitty. Hello, Mr. Santa Claus.
Hello, Mr. Santa Claus.
Welcome, my animal friend.
Oh, sir, there is no Santa for animals.
That's right, sir. No animal Santa.
I know. That's why you came to see me. Now, Kitty Cat, you can be my animal Santa.
Kitty Cat?
Me, sir?
Why, of course. I've often worried about animals at Christmas time, but I've been so busy with children. Now, Kitty Cat, you can represent me for all animals.
My, what a beautiful costume.
Yes, it sure is. Now you put it on.
Oh, thank you, Annie. Thank you.
That's right.
Oh, Kitty, that hat looks so nice on you.
Now you're a real animal Santa.
Goodbye, Kitty. Goodbye, Santa Claus.
Goodbye, Mr. Santa Claus.
Now here's your pack over here. Remember, give all the animals a present.
Oh, this is wonderful. I'll remember everyone. It's Annie. Oh, she's back.
Oh, let them inside where it's warm.
Sure.
Oh,
come on
Annie,
in.
tell us all about
Oh,
it.
where's Kitty Cat?
Where is Kitty Cat,
Come on
Annie?
in.
Well, aren't you going to tell us, Annie?
Well.
Come on now, Annie, tell us.
Well.
Tell us all about it.
Santa Claus is coming. You'll have your own Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Here's a present for you, Annie.
Thank you, Mr. Santa Claus.
And one for you, Horace.
Oh, thank you, Santa.
And for you, Felix.
What's this? A tail?
Yeah. That's Kitty's tail.
You're not Santa, you're Kitty Cat. But don't worry, I've a present for you. It's a mouse.
Oh, no, Horace. Not on Christmas.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, my whiskers!
Here, Mousy, here's a piece of cheese for you, and a Merry Christmas to you. Why, here's Santa Claus himself. He'll tell you I'm the animal Santa.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Please, Santa, tell them what you said.
Kitty Cat is official Santa Claus for animals always. Well, Merry Christmas and goodbye, good animals.
Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Santa Claus, and thank you very much for the present. Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I'm sorry. I was such a stupid doggy. Felix, let's sing your Christmas song. You begin it.
There's Santa Claus for you.
There's Santa Claus for me.
With Santa now for animals.
We're happy as can be. We
wish you each and every one loads and loads of Christmas on. Merry Christmas.
Happy party.
Was the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricanes fly when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came. With a bound. He was dressed all in red from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings. Stockings, he turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But we heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight,
Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Across the mountains, the trees stand tall and proud, except for a lowly little one. He feels himself small and of no account as he thinks to himself, the grand big trees, they tower above me. The grand big trees, they play with the winds. They reach up and speak with the heavens. They bathe their tops in the sunlight. They keep the sun from me and the falling snow. I am small and of no account. I stand lost in the shadows, while the mountain stands forth in glory, while the forester's cottage guards the glade and shelters the forester's children. The forester's children, they will not notice me. I have no snow on my branches. No snow on my branches. The forester, he will not notice me. For I am small and of no account. These trees are small. The forester laughs, is coming to laugh at me. Why have those who like the big trees, the strong trees, the straight trees, why have they now come for me? They can't want me for the mast of a ship. They can't want me for the beam of a roof. What is there left that I can be? a place of my own by the glow of the hearth. The warmth of the fire on my branches. The tall trees will look in on me. One by one, my boughs are made beautiful. As beautiful as any in the forest. A star for my crown. And a manger at my feet. And so, as evening fell, the little tree knew at last that this was why he'd been sheltered in the greenwood and shaded from the sun. As he shimmered in the firelight, he proudly awaited the family's return. A manger at his feet. His branches made beautiful. A star for his crown. Now he knew that of all the forest, he had been chosen to bring joy to the world on the night before Christmas. Joy and love and peace on the night before Christmas.